Legend of the War here. Today I've got a 7-year disaster battle playing as Karak Kadrin going up against Arbal the Undefeated, where he is just spamming out them Soul Grinders of Khorne. There's only 3 in his army, but his reinforcement army is entirely comprised of Soul Grinders of Khorne. So if you add all of them up, it's not even a full stack, but it's really strong units going up against basically an emergency army. He's got a lot of miners, probably globally recruited, I'm just assuming. Just recruiting whatever he could, seeing that Arbal was on the way. I think he did the best he possibly could given the situation, just get some troops into the army. Because anything's better than nothing in this sort of situation here. At Nashrek's Lair, it's defending a settlement, but there's no actual defenses there, so it'll just be a field battle. We've got the settlement garrison here as well, but we are outpowered here for sure. We've got a rune that is totally useless, which says we can't apply it to anyone. Let's just jump in here and see what we can do. Everything is on max battle difficulty. Now, if you've gone up against Arbal the Undefeated before, you'll know that unless you've got the right type of units to deal with him, basically single entity killers, he's very difficult to get rid of, and he can destroy half an army just on his own. Also, when dealing with things like Soul Grinders of Khorne, they can also be incredibly difficult to deal with if you don't have single entity killers. So for that you would want like Trollhammer torpedoes, especially on a gyrocopter. We've got the gyro bomber, so Skyhammer squadron. That's okay, but not as good as a Trollhammer torpedo grudge settler gyrocopter. These ones are better anti-infantry in my opinion, just because of the bombs that they drop. As for anything else, Iron Drake Trollhammer torpedoes would have been good, but we don't have them. I mean, he recruited regiments of renown, so it's obviously an emergency army. It's understandable. I'll do what I can. His brightness is a bit too high. Let's drop that down a little bit, by a lot, and let's put that on. Okay, let's see here. Actually, you know what? Putting the blood pack on actually gives Khorne extra 10% strength. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't. It'd be pretty funny if it did. Let's see here. I could already tell straight away, as soon as I said that people were like, oh, what, really? That makes sense? So I gotta, like, immediately say I'm joking, or else I'll be spreading misinformation. It's like a joke, but you gotta correct yourself immediately. Let's see, just getting this organized. This lord over here, he's got some good items on him, but without an Iron One tankard, that's the best one, obviously, to have. I don't think it's fantastic. They'll probably wait for their reinforcements, which, yeah, that's over there. Slayers are actually good in this situation, I think. The trees could also be quite useful, because it'll block a lot of their shots, and also make their large units less effective. But also make our missile units less effective, but I don't really know how much I'm going to be relying on them in this fight. Maybe we should have some of our army in the trees and some of them in the open field. Problem is, though, if we put some units in the trees, they won't go into the trees, so they won't see them. Unless we start outside the trees and we fall back into it. I mean, I definitely want to pull back since they're going to, probably wait. I mean, I'm assuming that's the case. The thing is, we're going up against Khorne and we've got artillery. Getting that artillery could have actually worked against you because, I mean, we're going up against large units, slash single entities, and these are pretty useless. They've got a couple of infantry, but that's not the concern. And it changes their behavior if you bring artillery, sometimes making them tougher. All of these guys here, I don't think we're going to get much value out of them, except for just basically meat shield of the first wave. You go and annoy them to begin with. Probably you're worth control group 1. You'll be control group 2 because I really need to micro where you're going. I don't know if I need to micro you too much, just stand back there. I'll put them in a control group because I pretty much... Even though they're specifically anti-infantry, they can do a lot of damage to single entities. And that should be fine for the rest of them. I don't think I'll need control groups. But let's immediately move back to here and then we'll see what we can do. Alright, they are going to wait for reinforcements. It may be in our best interest to try to get rid of Arbal as much as possible, because while Soul Grinders might be easier targets... Does this guy here have summons? No, luckily the AI's... Oh wait, no, he does have them. So, okay, alright. I was going to say, the AI is pretty bad at leveling up their characters, but They actually did that here. That one should actually be very easy for us to shoot with the regular missile unit, so I think we'll deal with him once he's in range. Oh my god. Khorne Soul Grinders have decent range, so we should be able to outrange them with them. We'll definitely be able to outrange them, it's just a matter of whether we put units in front of them or not. Okay, so they're falling back. Okay, if they want to shoot at our guys from here, we can use the trees to block them a little bit. Like I said, I really want to get at Arbal. But shooting at it from here, then I'll just suffer the exact same problem they're going to suffer from, and just miss. Yeah, it's not going great there. Well, we're wasting a few of their shots. Most of them are missing. And they don't have that much ammo. It is better for us if they don't have much ammo remaining. I mean, this sucks. I would much rather shoot at Arbal, but I can't get close without getting shot down. Because unfortunately, they've got better firepower than us. This was just one hit from it. But the trees here, they are really helping. And then, of course, just dodge as much as we can. Doing some dodgy tactics. Looks to do this, but I don't really have any other solution right now. And even if just getting rid of some of their ammo, it'll make a difference. So we've got some skull crushers of Khorne. I'm not super concerned about them. Still got the bombs. Especially if they go ahead of the army and get there really early. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to bother too much about keeping them in the forest. But yeah, if these guys just go all the way over there on their own, that'll be good for us. So Arbal's pretty damn high level. Wait, hang on a second. That's not even Arbal. There he is, there he is. Okay, at this range here it should be fine. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Yeah, they're hitting us a little bit. See, you can fire while moving with the gyro bomb. Oh crap, they're doing way too much damage. Oh crap, I don't want to lose any of them before I've used some bombs. That would really suck. Get out of the way, get out of the way. Yeah, those soul grinders, they can be pretty devastating. Okay, we've got Arbal's attention. Let's lure him away from them, because he can't do anything to us. Yeah, not great against single entities, but it's just that this single entity is so goddamn dangerous, it's better than nothing. Just really watch out for them. Yeah, we are not doing a hell of a lot of damage. Love to go and bomb these units over here, but if we do that, we will definitely lose the gyro bombers. Another thing to keep in mind is that he has a lot of resistances, and we don't have magical attacks here. But if he doesn't have a potion of healing, which he does not appear to, every bit of damage that we do to him is going to count. These guys here can only fire forward, so if I get around the back of them, they might turn around to shoot at us. Maybe. They're moving in formation now, so pretty safe to assume that they're just going to keep that way going for the time being. Like I said, we are doing some decent damage to Arbal without getting shot down. This is okay. Bounce power is definitely not in our favor. The quality of their army is vastly better than ours. Because yeah, their shots, if we have a look at it, really high missile strength, lots of projectiles, got a decent amount of piercing, so it's going to hit multiple units. Basically, kind of like a ballista shot. And tons of armor piercing. So we're going to be really good against miners. Well, really good against dwarves in general, so we want to make sure that our lowest quality units are up front. If we're going to suffer damage from them no matter what, let it be our weakest units. You don't put your best units up front like the hammerers to get hit by them. Speaking of which, why don't we move these guys here into the forest? Keep them hidden for the time being, because they might actually try to... Actually, just move them in reserve. I don't know if I've got time for that now. Because sometimes what they'll do is they'll just move a bit forward, forget about them, and actually prioritize your higher tier units, including this one. And I don't think that's a good idea for us. Alright, Arbal's moving out of the way, but decent amount of damage to him. Considering he's worth way more than the gyro bombers here. Going for this guy now, even though he's nowhere near as much of a threat, just because I don't want to get close to them. But yeah, I'd love to drop a bomb down on these exalted bloodletters of Khorne. It'd be the death of us. Them standing still like this is really good for us. Hopefully Arbal is coming back this way. Looks like it. Okay, wait, stop. I didn't know that Arbal was going to come back, so I just figured better to shoot something rather than nothing. But I would much prefer to shoot Arbal. Definitely not going to kill him with this unit, but if we can get him down to 25% health remaining, that would still be really good. But yeah, if we had a gyrocopter, trollhammer, torpedo, grudge settler, I reckon we could have taken out Arbal with that, just because they're so good at killing large single entities. Alright. So it looks like we've got this one about to start shooting. We don't want it shooting at single entities, it's bloody waste. Ideally, we want to be as close as possible to Arbal when using this. And also, if we run out of ammunition, and he's still hanging around over here, at least we just have to deal with the rest of his army. But it would be better to kill him so that their leadership would be reduced. Not that it's a big deal for Khorne. We've got super high leadership anyway. I don't think dropping these bombs down on him is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. But we could do it, since I'm probably not going to get any other opportunities. It's working out pretty well. Alright, let's have a look here. Alright, these three, move them a little bit more over this way so we're not getting blocked by the shots over here. Slayers, start moving into the forest. Keep these guys over here. You guys start moving around this way. You go around over this. Yeah, you try to hold the line here with them. And what we want to do, I think focusing on this guy here first would be best, because he's really vulnerable to getting shot, and the longer he's in combat, the more dangerous he's going to be. Okay, here we go. He's not in range yet, just shoot at whatever. Okay, that's it, move them over this way. Yeah, we almost killed Arbal. That's definitely good. Okay, there's this dude here. Okay, as for the Iron Drakes, let's move them around. I need to use this on him, try to lower his missile resistance. That's good. But yeah, you can see here these soul grinders. They are grinding us. But they're killing our weakest units. That's still not fantastic, because we're not really killing them very much. Keep Arbal back over there, that's fine. This guy's getting wrecked, that's good. Make sure this one here. Good, getting a soul grinder into melee before it's had a chance to use up all of its ammo. That is very good. This one here is almost dealt with, that's great. Try not to let the Iron Drakes get wrecked. We're getting shot up a little bit over here. Move them back. Because I don't think they're aiming for the missile units, they're just hitting them by accident. Okay, I think one of them's gone. That's something. Don't worry about using... Actually, use that one there. I was going to say don't use it on single entities, just a waste. This guy here's almost gone. Just killed one over there. Slayers, I think, are doing alright. It's really good that we're fighting these ones here in the forest. I knew we weren't going to be able to fight all of them in the forest. Spread out. Good that this one's coming in before it's used up all of its ammo. Actually, don't shoot. It'd actually be better if we don't use up any more ammo with that one. I can't really utilize my Iron Drakes until these ones here are getting closer, because they destroy them too easily. Just keep focus firing on one at a time. That's the way. I think the Slayers are doing really well there. Just keep them busy. Ideally, we want to inflict the army losses as early as possible, so these ones here disintegrate, and then we just deal with Arabal as best we can.
For the ancestors. Right, yes.
Let him just try to tank as many of these shots, because it seems like he's doing a pretty good job of not taking damage on that. These guys are doing well. Okay, that one's decaying, so we're going to get free damage on that. Again, I know that this one... Actually, if you come over here, since that one's in melee, that one should be okay to attack. They're almost out of ammo. That's good. So they're going to come into melee. This one here could probably benefit a little bit from spreading out. Good, ripping them to shreds here.
Iron drakes, miners, dwarf warriors, cattle. Pick your targets well.
Oh yeah, don't bother with that. More likely to do friendly fire than anything.
Pick your targets well.
Make sure they don't get to the missile units. So yeah, these ones here, there we go. We've army lost them. That's great. So, their thought of not shooting here is because their ammunition is worth more than the damage that they'll do to the soul grinders, because it's useless against single entities. Alright, now, to get rid of Arabal, the missile units are going to be key. Alright, keep him away from it. Arabal is a single entity killer. Hurt a little bit there, but at least it's decaying. See if this will do any serious damage to him. Nah, it's a complete waste of time. Okay, now because Arabal is on the smaller side of being a large entity, we don't really want to engage with him in melee. For one thing, he does that explosion, which does a lot of damage to infantry units. So just try to avoid him. Although the Slayers would be alright, but I'm trying to shoot him. So if I use this ability here, that'd be good. Only after the army losses is the bounce power actually in our favor. Alright, well he's not interested in coming back this way. Alright, send the Slayers in to go kill him, because we want to kill him quickly. Hammerers should be okay as well, because I think he's got a lot of physical resistance. There's that explosion, but he has a big cooldown on that. We got him. We got him. Now, I can't remember if we came in here with 3 units of Slayers or 4. So I'm not sure if one of them got wiped out. But yeah, fighting the Soul Grinders in the forest, wasting some of their ammo at the start, all of that, I think, made a big difference. Yeah, it was only 3 Slayers. None of our units got wiped out. And very few of their units got away. Now, they might reforge them. We'll just have to wait and see. But whatever the case is, hopefully they don't run away too far, so you can actually finish them off next turn. Yeah, it's always good to make sure that the miners are the one taking all the serious damage, since that's all they're really capable of doing. So they reforged a few of them. And I'd say we'd go for the money there for you. Why? I don't know. Oh boy, you're having a bit of a corny time here. Well, you've got an auto-resolve win. Damn, at Karat Kadrin as well. Take the win. I mean, how many more armies could they possibly have? Well, that's... yeah, okay. That's a bit of an intern there for you. I think that a big win for us on that battle that we actually fought was the gyro bombers knocking out so much damage away from Arabal. I think that made a big difference. So we're backing up them. I mean, it's a decisive victory. Do it. I mean, I didn't change the battle difficulty. It's all on maximum. We're just getting some really good auto resolves here. I think given this, probably best go for the replenishment there. Yeah, still a maximum. But yeah, those are some pretty good auto resolves for sure. Alright, so looking back over here at Karak-Kadrin. Right, I see. So pushed all the way to there. There's the remnants of one of their armies, the other one being over here. You should always enter a new age immediately, in my opinion. I know you didn't do amazing on that other one. So do that one. That's the best one for you. And since you've got these guys... Oh, yeah, but they don't have any grudges because you already beat them. Yeah, you should have no trouble beating this one, but I'm not sure if you'll catch that one. This one won't reach, but this one is just trying to escape, I think. Let's have a look. Okay, a few notifications, all good. So, let's see if this one here can reach him. I doubt it. But yeah, that's a level 6 hero, so definitely would be good to get rid of him one way or another. Yep.
Time for a reckoning.
No. It's too far away. Well, the thing is, they don't have access to move in the underway. So if you recolonize this with Thorgrim, there's no... Yeah, there's no way that they're going to be able to attack you. And if they run past you, you'll be able to catch them. So I don't think this will block them off. Plus, yeah, the path through here is really... Actually, why don't we go and do that? Go and recolonize this. Yeah, they can't get past this way. Yeah, there's no way they're going to get past it. So, they've only got one way out, which is this way. So, maybe, if you can't catch them with this one, go into ambush stance around here. So that if they come up through here, you kind of want to go in this direction to take the fight to them and recolonize these areas anyway. Rather than come down here and chase them. Because I do not think that they're going to attack this. Sure, you got a little bit of a recently colonized penalty, but they're badly damaged. Thorgrim Grudgebearer could kill all of them by himself. And you've got some additional units in there, including a Slayer unit. There's no way they're going to do it unless they can spawn units out of their ass, which, I don't know, Regiments of Renown maybe, but I just don't see that happening with them straight away there. Yeah. Take this one and stand... look, even if this army here made it all the way back to Nashrek's lair, it shouldn't be able to defeat it. Look, I'll leave it here like this, and then you make a judgment call about what you want to do. Because, yeah, what I would do in this situation is stand here in ambush stance, so that they would try to basically run away. We probably catch them, maybe not. Either way, they run through here, catch them on the next turn. Recolonize this, or at least send us... Oh, you don't have a scout. You need to find out what's going on out that way. You don't need to find a scout. They're basically beaten. You could get a peace treaty with them, but since they've got territory that really belongs to you, and you've just got a new Age of Reckoning, and you've got the forces here in the first place, probably a good idea to press the attack and get all of these back, because these are good territories for you. And then if they still want peace after that, then you can consider it. Considering that if you give them a peace treaty, all they're going to do is rebuild their armies and come straight back at you again, probably harder, with loads more soul grinders, and gaining more assets while they don't have any armies. You could also potentially catch them in the middle of recruiting an army. That's always a good thing. They're halfway through recruiting an army, then you smash it, then have to start again. And also, the more assets that you gain out here, you know, being settlements, more money you can get, so you can get some more Slayers or whatever. Slayers do reasonably well, you know, buck for buck versus a Soul Grinder of Khorne. And because you're playing as Karak-Kadrin, they're effective for you. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learnt something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.